This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. My opinions are my own, and thank you to EA Game Changers for providing the free code for Realm of Magic. Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Realm of Magic video. So this time, it's a Create a Sim and introduction video that I've been wanting to do for a long time, ever since The Sims 4 came out. But now with Realm of Magic, the timing was finally right. I am bringing back my witch, Alice Radford, who has been in multiple of my Sims 3 Let's Plays from way back in the day. Because my first Let's Play for The Sims was The Sims 3 Dragon Valley Rivals, where I had the good character Ladford, who I already have brought back, and then the evil character was Alice. So yeah, it feels like my career on YouTube has come full circle now, now that I've been able to bring back both Ladford and Alice. And it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing where Alice's story goes, because her powers are going to be somewhat reset. She is a spellcaster, as you can see from the start, and then Ladford is actually going to become a spellcaster through the in-game method. She still will have some of the normal skills that human Sims have, such as cooking, since at one point during The Sims 3 she was stranded on a deserted island, so I felt like she shouldn't forget everything, but with the whole world reset that has taken place in my fiction between The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, she is still going to have to regain all of her spells and everything, even though she is a spellcaster. Oh, so I was playing around with the eyebrows here, partially because I think those very first two are new with Realm of Magic. Though if they are, I find it really strange that there isn't the Realm of Magic icon there. And it was a weird challenge making Alice's face, because in The Sims 3, she has this mask that's like something you would wear to a masquerade, covering most of her face, including all of her nose. So I felt like part of it was just open to interpretation. Though at least even through the mask, I could tell that Alice has blue eyes and kind of just like medium-sized eyes, not large or really small. So at least I had that to work with, and of course, we could still tell that Alice had black hair in The Sims 3 as well. So I made her eyebrows black as well to match up, and I'm really glad that I was able to use one of the new hairstyles from Realm of Magic. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to work out, but thankfully it did, because the thing is, in Dragon Valley, yeah, Alice had shortish hair, but then in Island Paradise, later when she resurfaced in The Sims 3, she had much longer hair, since there's the whole story that she was on a deserted island, so she wasn't really cutting her hair. So she had much longer hair when she was with my pirates crew in Island Paradise. But then I thought, okay, well, she's not a castaway anymore, so maybe she would have the opportunity to cut her hair again. She's not with the pirates anymore, even though they are still in my Sims 4 game, but they're in a completely different world. They're not in Glimmerbrook. I need to emphasize, though, that the mask that she's wearing in The Sims 4 is not from Realm of Magic. It's custom content made by S4 Grace on The Sims Resource, so I will leave a link to that in the video description below. So I'm glad that I did have that in my game. I do remember when I found it a long time ago, I thought, well, if I get to bring back Alice, I'll have her wear that. And here we are, years later, finally getting to fulfill that. But you're probably wondering, why the mask? Why does she wear this every day instead of just at parties? And from what I remember when I made Alice over 6 years ago, is that I really wanted her to stand out in some way. And even now, I like doing that, whether my sim is wearing some sort of clothing item that a lot of my other sims don't wear, or the color scheme of their general clothing across all their outfits, or just maybe like a funny hat or a mask or something, like in the case of Alice. It just makes it so that it's a lot easier to tell my sims apart, even when they're just like being seen from really far away. It's just like, oh yeah, okay, that's Alice right there. So yeah, that's basically from what I remember, and it does kind of remind me of superheroes a little bit, so maybe that was also part of my mentality there. And oh yeah, I'm putting on those hair clips from A. Harris Double O Britney because I don't know, I was just experimenting and I do realize there was a bit of a clip in her original hair that she was wearing during Dragon Valley, so I thought, okay, it'd be cool if I could find an accessory that works like that, sort of. And I was shocked that this actually works with this Realm of Magic hair, because it's meant to go with a different hairstyle. I don't remember which one, but yeah, that was really unexpected, but I am so glad. I am so glad that worked out. Oh right, and another thing I just remembered is I think I also put that mask on Alice in order to have her fit in more with the setting of Dragon Valley, because I think it is supposed to take place in the present, but it's kind of secluded compared to the rest of the world, which is why it's so different looking. And she traveled back in time because she felt that it was a lot easier if she could take over the world in the past instead of doing it in the future where everyone has more technology and more means to stop her. So she tried to hatch an army of baby dragons, and she almost succeeded, but then Radford stopped her, and she ended up getting exiled from town, which led her being on a deserted island for a while. And okay, yeah, we're just finally deciding the everyday outfits for her. So initially I did choose that dress with the slit going all the way up the leg because I really like it, but then I decided to keep it as a second outfit because I don't know if it really suits what Alice wore in the past, because she did wear like a long dress, but it still covered most of her up, so I might actually delete the second outfit eventually. But I really like how the first one turned out, even though it is still different. But I still like changing my Sims looks up a little bit instead of trying to 100% recreate what they were. I think that does make things more interesting. It helps keeps things a bit fresh, and it just works as long as I feel I capture the essence of this character through both looks and personality. I know I can point at this sim and say, yes, this is the Alice that I knew and played as in The Sims 3, and here she is continuing her story in The Sims 4. By the way, I really love the new shoes in this pack. I just have to mention that since I did get to use one of them on her everyday outfit, at least her first one. And with the formal wear, we will go over to that in a minute, but I feel like I just gravitated towards that dress from Cats and Dogs, and I was like, yep, I can totally imagine Alice wearing that. It was weird how I had to do her makeup all over again each time I went to a different outfit. I'm not sure how that particular color stuck to all of her outfits, but just not the one that I chose. I don't mind choosing the mask again, I'm not too surprised about that, but with the makeup, yeah, that was pretty weird. And then with the athletic wear, I was trying to decide whether she would wear the mask while working out or not. In the end, I was like, okay, alright, maybe it'd be stretching it a little too far to have it on while she's working out, because then the mask might keep falling off, or there'd be tons of sweat building up behind the mask, so it's just like, alright, yeah, it's fine, we can let it go for that. And I do have her take the mask off for sleepwear as well. I thought that also made sense. One thing that is kind of funny about Alice is that since the mask takes up the same sort of accessory slot as the 3D eyelashes, she only has eyelashes when wearing certain outfits in comparison to most of hers where she has the mask but not the eyelashes. I didn't really see it as too big a deal since her mask is covering most of her face, it won't really matter that much. But I figured, okay, yeah, when she does have the mask off and it's visible, really visible that she doesn't have eyelashes, then okay, I will put them on. I also hate it how when sometimes I go to a new outfit, all of the accessories are on at once and you get some crazy layering glitches sometimes if you have custom content. it's just, oh, it makes me wish that accessories just never appeared at random at all. So I did have to spend a little bit of time taking some stuff off for her party outfit, but I'm happy with what I chose in the end. I did go with a top that is from Realm of Magic, and then some custom content for the long skirt. And I almost forgot, for the boots, I actually did use the ones from Vampires. I really like those, and I just find it a little funny because it's like, oh, I used an item from the other occult game pack so far. For her swimwear, I went for something pretty simple. It is custom content. Also, I really love how she spawned with flippers for that outfit. And I was a little tempted to go with a black color, but I was like, no, let's just go with red, something a little different. And she does have some red in her clothing in The Sims 3 as well. With the hot weather wear, it was kind of interesting because with the mask, I wasn't entirely sure for both that and cold weather wear whether she would keep that on or take it off. But when I thought about it more, I was like, okay, yeah, it'll basically be her everyday wear if I see her just kind of like walking around outside as I'm playing as other Sims besides her as well, not just when I'm playing as her. So I figured, okay, yeah, in those circumstances, she would still keep her mask on. It's not like she's working out. Figuring out what she was going to wear was a little interesting too. I had a couple of choices in mind, as you can see there. I really love that dress. It's by Stephanie Sims. I really want to use that in the future, but then I found something else that I thought might be better, and it is from Get Together. And yeah, it does remind me of witches, and she's a witch, so it made sense to me for her to wear that at some point. It is kind of nice when a few items here and there happen to match with other packs, as long as it's not like half of the pack, but still, yeah. Now we're moving on to the cold weather wear, and this might be my favorite outfit of hers besides her first everyday wear. It does use an outfit from Realm of Magic, and it really does make sense with this sort of colder, foresty vibe that Glimmerbrook has. There we go. I was just deciding a little bit of, oh, what color swatch do I use? But yep, since she does wear a lot of black, I figured that made sense. And yeah, that's right, I got to use one of the new boots from the pack as well, because yeah, actually with the everyday wear, I used the other new pair of boots and then I used the other one, so that worked out pretty nicely. And I did experiment with hats a little bit. I was thinking probably not, but I don't like how a lot of hats make it so that the ears stick a little bit out of the hair. It looks so weird to me. Does that bother anyone else? For that reason, I avoid hats most of the time, unless I can make it work so that it doesn't look awkward. But nah, for Alice, I was like, it's fine, it's fine. She doesn't need to wear a hat, and she's not quite the sort of like pointy hat sort of witch either. Otherwise, I probably would have made her wear that hat from Spooky Stuff. I almost forgot to mention too that some of her outfits, including cold weather wear, include the new face paint with Realm of Magic. Like I said in the Create a Sim overview, I think it looks slightly pixelated. I don't know if that's the intent or not, kind of like with Moschino stuff and the sort of like retro art with that. But other than that, I actually think it's a pretty cool piece. And it would be really cool to use for superheroes as well. But yeah, I used it on Alice. And now I'm about to choose her aspiration. So there are two new ones in this pack, so I was flip-flopping a bit as to which one I should choose for Alice and which one to choose for Radford. So with Alice, I went with Spellcraft and Sorcery, because the sim craves a deep knowledge of the magical arts, and since Alice would want to be as powerful as she was during The Sims 3, it fits her pretty well, so I'll have Radford do the potion one. And Alice's traits in The Sims 3 were irresistible, neat, loves the heat, hopeless, romantic, and animal lover. So I think I consolidated them pretty well into what The Sims 4 has. So in The Sims 4, she's romantic, neat, and loves the outdoors. I might change loves the outdoors to hot-headed or evil later, since it is possible for Sims to declare their preference for the heat. Since there is no general animal lover trait in The Sims 4, I just decided to take that out, since I'm not really planning on getting Alice a pet, though we are going to get at least one familiar. And yeah, now I'm just doing the turnaround with the outfits. So I hope you enjoyed this look and insight into how I brought back one of my very first Let's Play Sims in The Sims 4. And look forward to the Let's Play that should be coming out very soon, starring her as well as Radford. So be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!